for the count of 5. You're feeling relaxed. Now exhale for the same count. Let all your worries wash away. There is no such thing as evil cream. What's going on, people? It's GG at GG on Wrestling on Twitter. Welcome to your weekly BTE review. We are looking at episode 274 today, which is titled How's It Taste? Let's get into it after this. The early, yeah. Thanks for tuning in again, people. Before we continue, make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're following me at GG on Wrestling on Twitter. And make sure you check out There's Something About Wrestling wherever you get your podcast from. Make sure you hit figtees.co.uk for custom figure shirts, and you can even use code GGPOD and save yourself some money. Let's get into this week's episode. No cold open this week. We just get the BTE open, and we get a shot of Nick Jackson signing autographs, supposedly maybe in the hotel lobby. Some fans have gathered, so he's just signing some figures. We then get a shot of Nick Jackson outside the Nike shop, and to which he says, "Matt, we're going shopping. You need to wake up, wake up." So we get some shots of them browsing the sneakers or trainers or crepes, if you will. They show off their finds. So there's some Gore-Tex Air Force Ones, some Blazers. Not a fan of Blazers, find them way too narrow. Nick Jackson has picked himself up a pair of up-tempos. Not a fan of these. I've got some up-tempo 2s, which I like. I'm not a big fan of the big font on the side, but some people can rock them. And he pans down to some What the Dunks, which he says are £1,000 trainer, which I think that is factual. But yeah, flossing yet again, and yeah, not a fan of the selection myself, but you know, everyone has their own tastes. Next, we got John Silver. It was like a jackass introduction. Hi, I'm John Silver, and I'm going to milk Bear Bronson. Not what you think it was going to be. I was relieved to find out that he did have 2 milk creamers, I think you call them in America. I don't know what we actually call them. Just little milk sachets or tubs, and he launches these motherfuckers at Bear Bronson as hard as he can. Like, he proper wallops him with them, which Bear Bronson obviously not very happy about and chases him out of the scene. Good stuff. John Silver just up to mischief, probably still drunk, bless him, and just messing about backstage, as these lot tend to do. Our next part, or next segment, it was nice to establish the relationship between Cutler and Adam Cole. Obviously, Adam Cole's just joined the AEW roster and is fallen back into his brethren in the Elite. So it's nice to kind of establish their relationship. And yeah, this is maybe just me being picky. Brandon Cutler obviously says, you know, you got to beat Frankie Kazarian. He's the Elite Hunter. It just seems like he's the Cutler Hunter at the moment. And Adam Cole, same as anyone else would in the Elite, tells Brandon Cutler to shut up and go away, basically. It would have been nice if maybe Adam Cole came in and he was maybe on Cutler's side or nicer to Cutler. Would have made a bit of a difference and a bit of a different dynamic. But there you go. Cutler is still the young boy of the Elite and gets no respect as per usual. Not even from Adam Cole, baby. I loved this bit. So we see a shot of Adam Cole ready to go out for Dynamite last week against Frankie Kazarian. We see him behind the curtain. We hear the countdown and we hear the massive, massive pop that he got on Dynamite. Well deserved. Obviously, he's used to crowds of, 500-ish, maybe, around that kind of number. And obviously this was like 13,000 people at this stadium, and what a pop he got. Well deserved. And just the look on his face, it was like a look of genuine kind of shock or puzzled, kind of a puzzled look on his face. He just was like, seriously? Very different. If you think back to the shot that we got of CM Punk, where his look was more like, sarcastic, like, "Oh, is this for me?" Ooh. But this was like a genuine, like, yeah, I loved it. What a humble man Adam Cole is, and well deserving of that massive pop. Megastar for AEW. What a great signing, and he's showing it constantly. Next, it's cream time. Ryan Namath. Uh, we hear a voiceover of Trent saying that Michelle's dead. She got her head chopped off. One of his buddies started meditating, and that really helped him. He got better. A good little advocate for kind of promoting good mental health, and meditation does help some people. I know I've tried meditation before, and it just made me sad, if I'm honest. But hey, that's just me. Shout out to everyone that can do it. He's on the beach. We get shots of Ryan Namath just stood on the beach. The voiceovers is maybe like a self help tape telling him how to breathe, and telling him that there's no such thing as evil cream. Still baffled. Still need to know what this is about. Still need you guys to comment below to let me know what is going on with this whole cream stuff. Let me know. Next, we get the main event, almost, if you will, the BTE title defense. Matt Lee defending the belt against Colt Cabana. Good to see Colt Cabana getting some spotlight on the show. So this week they've basically put varying bottles filled with various amounts of liquid in them, almost like a Skittles triangle on the end of a table. And the idea is that they've got to throw a reel of tape, like wrist tape, and knock these bottles down. The least amount of shots is the winner to get all these bottles knocked down off the table. Very competitive matchup, good work rate match. No real heat segments. There's a bit of a heat segment between Colt Cabana and John Silver, where Colt Cabana was struggling, and he tells John Silver to shut up. John Silver retorts, "Get off my sack." They apologize to each other. It's all bless. I love the crowd forming. You could just see kind of the roster members like coming in and out, watching it unfold. Like, it just seems like such a fun place to work. We see a cheeky shot of Nick Camarato. I don't know if you guys spotted this. It looked like he walked in with Isaiah Cassidy, and the guy looked cool as a motherfucker. So I would not mind maybe seeing him, in that Diesel role with someone in future. Hopefully not Aaron Solo. Nothing against him, but I don't know. I think Nick Camarato does have a place there as that heavy, and he looked fucking cool just in his own clothes. But we shall see. Yeah, I lie. It wasn't very competitive. Colt Cabana took about 16 shots, and I think Matt Lee done it in 5 or 6. You can correct me. Apologies if I've got that wrong. But yeah, not a lot to go on here. I was on the edge of my seat, like I always am with these BTE title defenses. Again, I don't know how they do it. I was engrossed. And Matt Lee walks away with the win and retains the BTE championship. He asks the camera or Colt Cabana how it tastes. Parker says it tastes good, and we even get Colt Cabana tasting the humble pie, and he says, "Oh, it tastes okay," which was quite funny. But Colt Cabana is an entertaining guy. Strong title defense. Matt Lee still the champ. Who would you like to see Matt Lee go against next, and what kind of challenge do you guys think we'll have? Before we get to the next segment, they cut to Nick Camarato having a shot at the same game, and he absolutely wallops those bottles. Like, the guy, you can tell, is strong as ox, and he dashes the tape into those bottles and knocks half of them down in one shot. So thank God that Matt Lee didn't have to defend against him this week, because it may have been a very different story. Next, we get a segment with Leva Bates. I'm not sure who, just a staff member or something. He hands her a note, and it basically reads, it's from Peter Avalon, basically telling her that Alex Reynolds has a wife and a kid, and that's why he's been gone. Leva Bates refuses to believe it. says that it's, from the dirt sheets, it's not true. We all know it is, and we will see how that kind of unfolds next week, I'm sure. And maybe Peter and Lever some more interaction. Who knows? Watch this space. The last part of BTE this week was so entertaining. It, of course, involved Johnny Hungy, John Silver, the meat man, still drunk, bless him, still not in a good way. Walks up to Layla Hirsch, legit Layla Hirsch, backstage, says, "Oh, you doing a little tweet, you little funny girl," and kind of tries to touch her face, and he's all drunk. She does the right thing and takes his drink away from him. John Silver then notices she's got a drink that looks like PP, and I think kayfabe, we are saying that it is PP. John Silver says, "Oh, we'll drink a bit of PP together," and takes a swig and doesn't like it. Says it's salty. I'm sure you don't need all these details, but this is the show. She says, "Oh, you've had too much." She says she's busy and has to go away, has got stuff to do. John Silver says, "Oh, you'd look good in purple. Do you want to join the Dark Order?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." He says, "Oh, you meet me at the Dark Order layer," and it's kind of left at that. Not the best recruiting from John Silver, but there you go. He's drunk. He's sad. But then we get the reuniting of the Dark Order recruitment specialists. Alex Reynolds is back. John Silver begins to touch him and stroke him like a dog and scratch under his chin. Alex Reynolds says, "Look, we need to talk about something." John Silver says, "You want to talk about butts?" That wasn't what Alex Reynolds was referring to. He can see that John Silver's in a bad way. He's drunk. And since they've lost a friend in Hangman, he's really gone off the rails. He says it's time they put their recruitment hats back on effectively, but this time they're not recruiting for the Dark Order. They're recruiting for a new friend, just like they had with Hangman. Who do you guys think it will be? Bray Wyatt, maybe? Is there anyone else it could be? Comment down below. Let me know who you think this new friend will be. John Silver he's got someone in mind, and he wants it to be Batista, which I thought was hilarious. Alex Reynolds says, "You're drunk, just like that time in Mexico. You remember, right? There was a beaver, a guy that could tell the future." And John Silver says, "Yeah, fast forward, I stank for 3 months. Hopefully we find out what happened in Mexico. I want some flashbacks of John Silver in a sombrero drunk next to a pool or something. That would make for some very entertaining stuff. So hopefully we see that and see what happened in Mexico." But as I said, John Silver wants the new friend to be Batista of all people. And he's just drunkenly slurring and saying, "I want to be friends with Batista. Where are you, Batista?" And requests to see Batista's dick, because there's a whole lore, LORE, around Batista's junk. But that's another story. Now, also, I really want to see Batista turn up in BTE. I want to see John Silver and Batista interact or something. But yeah, watch this space. The recruitment specialists are searching for a new friend. So comment down below who you think that will be. Let me know what your favorite part of being the elite was this week. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you visit figtees.co.uk for all your custom figure shirts. Make sure you check out Monday Night Chores. I'm recording with them this evening, so that should be out within the next couple of weeks, where we look at the Slammy Awards 1996. So make sure you check that out over on their channel. Make sure you check out my podcast, There's Something About Wrestling, and make sure you have a good day. Last but not least, respect yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Peace.